Hello friends, you might be knowing about the stock exchange. What is stock exchange? Stock exchange is nothing but an entity which provides trading facility. Basically, where the traders come and trade their stocks. So it is nothing but the stock exchange. Some brokers are there and some traders are there who actually book the bonds and other securities. They buy and sell the stocks of the companies. So basically traders are there who are interested in buying of shares and selling of the shares, and in between they earn the profits, or sometimes they even go in loss. So the transaction is carried out by the stock exchange. Transaction is carried out securely by the stock exchange. So the stock exchange is actually the middle person. So here is the stock exchange, and here is a buyer, here is a seller. So in between, to complete this transaction, the stock exchange plays a very vital role. So seller sells his product to the buyer with the help of this middleman called a stock exchange. Here stock exchange takes some part of earning of the deal. Say for example, if the buyer is having 100 rupees share and he is selling to 125 rupees, so in between, there is some percentage. Say for example, 5% is fixed for the transaction amount, for transfer. So for the buy or sell, so stock exchange is actually not responsible whether you are selling in profit or whether you are selling in loss. So basically stock exchange is just a mediator between them to complete the transaction. So it also provides the facilities for issues and redemption of securities and other financial instruments. So capital events of payment of incomes and dividends. So securities are traded on stock exchange included shares issued by companies, unit trust, derivatives. So basically there are different kind of securities, like derivatives are there. Some bonds are also there. So these can also be traded. Some commercial bonds are there, monetary bonds are there, and bonds are liquidated to form money. So stock exchange is playing a very greater role. So Indian Stock Exchange Bureau of Investigation, SEBI, is there, who actually regulates the laws for all the stock exchange. So SEBI is the regulator who actually who actually forms the laws for the security exchange. So stock exchange. So what is the role of stock exchange? First role is nothing but to raise the capital for business. It is very primary and very important role. Second is to mobilize savings for the investment. Always the stock exchange look for the safety of the investor. So basically there are many new investors which coming, and basically to avoid the fraud and to mobilize the savings for the investment, the stock exchange plays a very important role. Second is facilitating companies growth. So as far as stock exchange are considered, they want to bring in more and more investment for the company, and whenever more and more funds are being brought to the company grows, because when the capital is provided for any company, it acts like a water for a tree to grow. So basically it facilitates growth. It also helps in profit sharing. Dividends are being announced, and whenever the dividends of the companies are announced, it is distributed through the stock exchange. So basically it is a profit sharing community. It also helps in corporate governance. So why corporate governance it helps? It gives us clear picture view of the taxation. The balance sheets are being shown to the stock exchanges. Balance sheets of the companies are shown to the shareholders via the stock exchange. So it helps actually in the corporate governance also. So it creates investment opportunities for small investors. There are small investors who are actually interested in earning some money. So there are basically the traders who actually earn their livelihood in day-to-day trading. Every day intraday trading is there, where actually the small traders, they try to invest in share market and they try to gain some profit from it. So basically it is helping the small investors also to come up and earn money over here. So it is creating an investment opportunity. Government capital raising for development projects. Some projects are there, like some big highway projects are there. For example, a big highway is to be built from Delhi to Kanyakumari, right? So it requires a lot of funds. Say for example, it requires 36,000 crore rupees. So this money, how it will come? It will come through the shareholders, or through the stock exchange. Stock exchange consists of the or the shareholders registrations are there, and stock exchange actually encourages the shareholders to invest in the developmental projects of the nation. So actually stock exchange is nothing but a barometer of economy. Whenever you see stock exchange 21,000 up by 3,000, now it is at 24,000. What is it? It is nothing but the everyday trading what is going on in terms of crores of rupees. So basically it is nothing but a barometer of the economy. How strong is your stock exchange? It shows how bigger is your economy. So basically many people judge the nation with the help of their stock exchanges, how people are trading and how much trading is going on in the industry. So basically stock exchange shows what is the GDP of your company, GDP of your nation, and it is nothing but a barometer actually for judging the company. So in the next slide we are going to look what are the major international stock exchanges and what are their market capitalizations and how to work with it. Thank you and stay tuned.